Hey, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you my sketchbook, as you can probably tell from the title. So I started this early December last year, so it took me about 4 months to finish. And then it's a pretty thick sketchbook. This sketchbook is just a Walmart cheapo sketchbook that I got because I desperately needed a new one. I just picked the first one that I saw, and it was super inexpensive, so I was like, okay. So it's really big. It's probably the biggest sketchbook that I've ever filled. It has lots of pages. And as you can see, it's kind of falling apart, probably just because it's cheaply made. And then it has a bunch of stickers on the front cover. This one is a sticker that was on my door for a long time. For a while, my room was really messy, but recently I cleaned it up and tidied it up, and it's stayed that way for a while, so I took that off of my door and put it on my sketchbook. This came with my phone. This is a Redbubble sticker that came with a Redbubble package that I ordered. They just send you stickers to promote Redbubble as a company, I guess. This sticker my friend Nikki sent me. It's just a really old sticker. It wasn't super sticky, like it kept falling off, so I taped it down on here. And then this one is from Dauphin Island. I went on a little vacation to that place. I got a little sticker. I think it's supposed to be some kind of like decal for a car or something, but I just stuck it on the front of my sketchbook. Okay, so let's get into the sketchbook. So the first little spread is just a title page. I like to make some kind of thing to show that the sketchbook is a new one, and I like to put the date, and then I put a little goal that says draw a lot, draw for fun. It will help you get better. So I don't know, I guess that was just a little reminder to myself. And then I also like to put my name just in case it gets lost and somebody wants to give it back to me. So this first page is just some floating people. I don't really have a story about these. I just was excited about my new sketchbook and wanted to do some pencil sketching. Then I did some cats. I really like drawing cats. I should do some kind of cat illustration sometime. And then these are like gestures that I did while I was at a theater rehearsal type thing. I was just waiting for my scene, so I was on my sketchbook and just doodling some people and my own foot. These are brush pen doodles that I did in class. This is my friend Peyton. And then these are some math notes down here because I was trying to study and I didn't have a notebook, so I just wrote it in the corner of my sketchbook. This is like a figure type study, just trying to figure out anatomy. I think this was just from my brain. I didn't use reference for this. I was just seeing what I could do without using a reference or a guide or anything. And then these are just a bunch of scribbles with a blue pen that I had. This is a drawing that I did whenever I was sick. I was in the doctor's office and we were waiting for them to call me in, and so I just was doodling in my sketchbook, and this is what I came up with. This is a duck painting that I guess I intended to finish. I just painted this page blue, and then I came back later and started on a duck without sketching or anything, and then I never came back to fix it. So I just have a horrible duck painting doodle in there. This is for a commission that I did for my friend Emma. Or it was a gift for my friend Emma from Emma's aunt. So it was for a business card, so I just did a really simplistic doodle of Emma and her dog. This is May from Overwatch. This is just a random character with curly hair, because sometimes I like to just do something mindless and use a lot of lines and stuff. So I draw people with curly hair and add a lot of detail. This is Pearl from Steven Universe. I think I mentioned in my last sketchbook tour that I enjoy drawing her a lot. These are color swatches of some acrylic paints. I think they're just really cheap ones that I found that I just had laying around. So I did swatches of those, and then this is just a ballpoint pen doodle, probably in school or something. These are Rey from Star Wars. I dislike this sketch very much. I think it's horrible. But then I did a cuter version of her over here because I did want to do some fan art of Rey. And then this next page is kind of stuck together because it's two pieces of canvas paper that I taped in. So I was painting at my neighbor's house because she got me to dog sit for her, so I painted while I was over there, and I just decided to tape them into my sketchbook because I didn't know what else to do with them. These were test drawings, and color samples for my self-portrait that is up on my channel right now. So I wanted to do an acrylic painting, so I was testing out mixing colors and how I wanted to portray myself in that portrait. And then this is just a green pencil sketch. This was of Bailey J whenever she dyed her hair pink for the first time. I wanted to make some fan art for her, so I just did a little doodle in my sketchbook. And then these, I was just playing around with the bright colors, because I was inspired by the colors in this little section, to play with some more primary colors in pinks and blues. These are doodles of Diva from Overwatch, I believe both of them are. Oh no, this one, the marker from this page bled over to this one, so I doodled on the back of it. But this is Diva from Overwatch. And then this is from a challenge that I did for my friend Kenwave. He made a Pinterest board for me, and I designed a character based on the things in the Pinterest board, like the images. So these are just sketches from that. I did a lot of sketches to figure out how I wanted the character to be. But there were cactuses in the board, there was an owl, I believe, and it was just very foresty and kind of ghostly. And so this is the final sketch that I came up with, and I colored it digitally, and I think I recorded it. I might upload a speed paint of that someday. These are notes from a video. Whenever I record a voiceover for a video, I write down notes about what I want to say sometimes, just so that I don't ramble on for a long time. And then this is a ballpoint pen sketch. These are more sketches of that character that I mentioned earlier. And then I think I was at some kind of sporting something when I drew these. These are Sombra doodles, and then I posted this on Twitter, but it's Diva's voice line, no hacks required, and Sombra crying. These are some funny doodles. This is of my friend Emma, with her blowfish, who is named Pablo. And then this is me, I think. This is more about Pablo the blowfish. Yeah, I'll let you come to your own conclusions about that one. And then this is a sketch that I wanted to do because I wanted to do something kind of flowy and in action. Like I wanted to show a character moving and doing something. So that's what that was. This, I was testing out a chalk marker that I have. I think I have it right here, yeah. I had this blue chalk marker, and I wanted to doodle with it and see how it would work in a sketchbook, so that's what that is. This is me using up the last of my brush pen to get all the ink out of it so that I could put a different color in there. These are Pokemon doodles that I did while my friend Chrisu was streaming. It was either that or Invisiguy, because they both played the same game. But yeah, I drew some characters from one of their teams. I think this was just a concept of something for a present for a friend. I like to do little doodles for my friends on their birthdays. Then I drew some, I don't know, just playing around with that orange pen some more. This is a comic about rendering and my computer breaking. This is another kind of figure study just from my mind, trying to figure out what I could do without using reference. And then these are Mercy sketches for whenever I was planning out my Mercy watercolor piece, which is up on my channel. This is just a girl that I did because I wanted to use yellow and green and blue in a drawing. So I made her a little lemon shirt, and I really like this little sketch. Then this was another sketch. I think it's supposed to be me, but it had some ink spilled on this page. I covered it up on this page, but I did drop a blot of ink on this drawing whenever I was trying to get my brush pen to work, and so a blot of ink fell out, but I covered it up with some white ink and fixed the drawing. I really like these brush pen sketches. Again, this is just another brush pen sketch. Playing some more with that same brush pen. And then this one was with, I think, a Prismacolor marker or something like that. It definitely wasn't the same Pentel brush pen. And then this is just the back of this page. It bled through a little bit, so I just repeated the drawing, but reversed. This was a planning out kind of concept thing for my astronaut piece that's up on my channel. That was a commission, so I was trying to plan it out and see how I wanted it here. These are just some pencil sketches. I think I did these at school. Yeah, just quick little things. These are some sketches with a colored pencil. It's just like a brown one, and I was trying to make different characters because a lot of my characters end up looking the same. So I tried to vary up the hairstyles or accessories and stuff like that, just so I'm not drawing the same person over and over. And then this is more of that, trying to get a variation of different people. This one looks a little bit like Miranda Sings. And then this is my gold brush pen that I think is running out now. This looks like some sort of self-portrait. I do draw myself a lot just because that's the person that I'm most familiar with. And then I added some lines in the background to make it more interesting, I guess. This is a blue Crayola marker, I want to say, that I was sketching with. And then more water-based markers. These are just like some, they're either Crayolas or Prismacolors, but I was just scribbling around with those, having some fun, drawing some plants. These three are like a series of primary color people that I have more about in the back of this, but I do want to make a print set of like a primary color 3 print set. Yeah, so I want to do that someday, and this was the inspiration for that. And then these are some more watercolor marker doodles. Sometimes I just get out a watercolor or a water-based like marker, like a Crayola or something like that, and just kind of scribble. That's what this is as well. This is a black one. No, okay, yeah. These are some more of those. I really like this spread. I did the black Crayola or Prismacolor brush pen, and then I went back with my Copic markers and added some pops of color to all of them, and I really like this spread. It's probably one of my favorites in the sketchbook. Oh, and then it was hourly comic day. I think I did mine a day late actually, because I saw people doing hourly comic day, but I was really busy that day, so I just did it the day after. So I did hourly comics with me. This was just me in the morning, like at 12:05 a.m. before I went to bed, but it was technically that day, so I just did that one. And then I was sleeping, and then I did me drinking coffee, me editing a video, me going on a walk, me drawing some commission stuff. I got a haircut. I got my watch fixed that day. I drew some more, and I edited some more of the videos. I read. I ate a pizza. This looks like a mushroom Pop-Tart. I think somebody commented that on my Instagram. And then I think I talked to my friends on Discord. And yeah, that was the end of my hourly comic day. I ended at like 9. I had said AM, but that was PM. I ended at 9 PM. So yeah, that was a really fun little exercise. I really enjoyed that, and I hope to participate next year. These are just some little faceless doodles that I did because I wanted to try different fashion styles, I guess. And just experiment with color combinations, and I really like how both of these turned out. I like the colors and how they fit together. And these were some experimental pencil doodles. I was experimenting with a different, like, kind of droopy eye style, I guess. Again, with that type of thing. And then some more brush pen sketches. I really like drawing with my brush pen in my sketchbook, if you haven't noticed. I don't like this drawing even a little bit. I think I was aiming for McCree, but I didn't know how to draw the beard, and it ended up super horrible, so I just kind of exaggerated it and left it. And these are some more brush pen sketches. These are all of my brush pen doodles in here are mostly freehand. I don't really sketch out before because I just kind of like to relax whenever I'm drawing in my sketchbook. I like this little kind of spread right here of some art supplies, like a water brush and stuff. I think it's really cool. I like that style of lines. I think this is with like a brown micron or something. And then I was playing with that micron again, and then I wanted to do some watercolors. I think while I was on vacation at this point, this was during the Mardi Gras break, I went to the beach, and I was playing around with watercolors. That's what this is too. I was mixing some different greens and stuff, and trying out my purple, and just messing around with colors and stuff, kind of winding down, I guess. This was a doodle that I did with some pens that my friend Emma had brought on the trip with us. And it ended up looking like Charlie Brown, so I just went with it. And then these are those pens again. I was trying out all the different colors and doing some hatching. This is a brush pen doodle. Again, I just wanted it to be kind of flowy and dynamic and look like she was in motion or something. These are with those same pens from earlier. And they're just a bunch of Steven Universe characters from memory. A lot of them don't look accurate, but I tried. Then these are just some color pencil doodles. At this point I'm still on vacation, I think. And then some more brush pen sketches. More brush pen sketches. I think I had a brush pen that... Oh, no. These were just regular, just black sketches, and then I went back later with a watered down ink and filled these in. I remember. Yeah, this is like not in order. Like this is, I came back at a later date and did this. These characters look super similar, I just realized. More Pearl from Steven Universe. I really like to draw her. I don't know what this particular image is about, but yeah. And then I did this sketch and I wanted to add a pop of color, so that's what the purple is for. Again, here I was just trying to draw different people and use different colors and try out different color combinations because I feel like a lot of my characters end up looking the same. So I like to try to switch it up on purpose sometimes. This one, I think I was trying to figure out how to show a character like shaking their head or whacking their finger, but without like animating it, obviously. So I was trying to show that on like a flat piece of paper and it wasn't working out for me. More brush pen stuff. This started out, this is an exception to that rule that I talked about earlier. This was a pencil sketch that I went back and inked because I wanted to ink something, but I did not know what to do. So I came back and inked one of these pencil sketches on this page. And then I guess I just had a blast with the pencil sketches. Again, trying to do different hairstyles and different people. Yeah, that's what most of this is. This is me, I believe. This is a drawing of me. I don't remember what it was for, but these are notes for European history class because I needed to study, and I just found the closest paper to me and started writing everything that I remembered. These are some Peridot doodles with a Prismacolor brush pen. Again, just messing around with that Prismacolor. These are plans for a piece that I did of the skier Gus Kenworthy, who's like an American skier for the Olympics. And I did a little piece of him for art class because my assignment was to do a figure in motion, so I chose to do a skier. Hello, at this point in the video my memory card filled up and I had to let it export, and I went and did some things while that was happening, so there's a little bit of a time skip in the time of day that these things were filmed. So I apologize about that. If anything looks weird or sounds weird, that is why. But yeah, I believe I was talking about the sketches on this page. So these are referenced from Pinterest. All of these, it was this girl jumping on her bed, and I just referenced those and did some quick little studies of that. And then this is just a brush pen random doodle, and this one is from my birthday this year. I turned 16 and I just drew a little thing to commemorate that, I guess. Oh, and this one is interesting. So this is based off a picture that I found on Pinterest of this boy eating a popsicle. So I did like a sketch of it from reference and tried to make it accurate to the proportions of the real photo. And then I stylized it and made it more bold and exaggerated some features, and I just added my own little flair to it. So I really like this spread too. I think it's really... These 2 pages are concepts for a tattoo commission that I was doing, so I was just kind of warming up and drawing different clouds and suns and stars and stuff, and kind of experimenting with how I could represent those things. And then these are a bunch of pencil sketches. These are just random characters. Again, I was trying to vary my hairstyles whenever I draw different types of male characters. And then this, again, is just part of that, trying to switch everything up. This is the sketch that became my Sharpie challenge. I was trying to figure out a concept and I came up with this and I just went with it. And then this is with a pink Sharpie, I think. I just kind of doodled that after, while I was waiting for my Sharpie challenge footage to export. These are just a bunch of random brush pen doodles again. I guess I got another ink blob there where I tried to squeeze the pen too hard. And then this is another kind of study versus stylized type thing. And I feel like they were helpful for me getting proportions right and kind of figuring out what parts of the body that I exaggerate. And yeah, I really like these. So this is actually a photo of me that I took while I was out with friends shopping and stuff. This is another brush pen doodle. This is Ruby and Sapphire. And then these are more concepts for that commission. Just some more pencil sketches right here. And then I really like this pencil sketch. I'm trying to do more full bodies, or at least arms and stuff, just because I think it's a good habit to have. I don't necessarily always draw accurate body proportions or anything like that, but I think it's good practice to draw full bodies anyway. And this is another pencil sketch. This was a drawing for my friend Guy. This was the first sketch of that. I scrapped this one and did it on a piece of watercolor paper. But he was streaming The Long Dark, I think the game is called. And so I did a little drawing based on that. Again, more full body stuff. This was at school, at lunch. I pulled out my pencil case and drew some things based on my friend Emma. And then I just kind of had fun with the marker. Again, this is still at that same lunch period. And then this one is based on Conan Gray, who is another person here on YouTube who makes videos. He draws, but that's not really the main focus of his videos. He makes music and he vlogs about a bunch of different things, and I really enjoyed his videos at the time that I drew these. So yeah, I was just on a little Conan Gray kick and I wanted to draw a little picture. And these are just using the same pencils that I used here because I liked that like navy blue and orange color combination. This is my friend Esmeralda kept bugging me to draw her, and so I did a little doodle of that, kind of a stick figure as a joke. And then this was, I think it was super late at night. Oh, it was 11 p.m. That's not that late. But I wanted to do a little self-portrait with brush pen, so I just kind of freehanded it, and yeah. These are some more brush pen doodles, I think from probably the same night. I was trying different versions of, I guess, my cartoony style of like drawing myself. And then some more brush pen doodles. At this point, I started to play with having just a line as the nose instead of a full triangle like I do sometimes. And then these sketches are the ones that I mentioned previously with the 3 primary color series of prints that I wanted to do. So this one would have been red, this one would have been blue, and these are all just concept sketches. This is another version of the blue one, and then these are all 3 of them kind of planned out thumbnails, I guess. And then these are what I would consider to be the final sketches for those prints if I ever get around to doing them. I might redo this one or just clean it up a little bit. But this would be red, yellow, and then this one would be blue. And then I just have some more brush pen stuff. Brush pen is kind of my go-to thing whenever I'm just trying to do some stress-free doodling, I guess. I was playing with some lettering and stuff. I think this was in class probably. And then more brush pen. This is with a colored pencil. This one I just drew with 8-micron pen, kind of mindlessly, and then I went back and kind of fleshed it out a little bit more, and then I think I did like an ink drawing of it and posted it on Twitter. So if you follow me there, you can look for that. Oh boy. I drew these very early in the morning, right when I got to school, and I don't know if I want to explain the situation, but that's that. These I was trying to draw some really anime eyes. I think to be silly, I was trying to draw like excessively anime. And then I drew myself with like some blank speech bubbles and things like that and like a thought bubble. And then I let my friend Emma fill it in. So the red pen is what she did. And then some more of these little comics. I kind of do some 4-panel comics sometimes. Usually with the intent of posting them somewhere, and then I realize that I don't like them that much, and so I usually don't post them, but they're fun little exercises, I guess. And then these are some ballpoint pen doodles, because it's probably all that I had. Again, more ballpoint pen, because you get a little desperate when you're at school, I guess. more ballpoint pen. This is that same commission with the clouds and the stars and the things like that. This is more brush pen. At this point, I had filled my Pentel brush pen with a little bit more water because I don't think I had ink on me at the time, and I just wanted to use that pen, so I put some water in it to kind of revive it for a little while, so the color is a little bit more gray. This is more of that brush pen stuff. These are, again, based on conversations that I had at like lunch or at school or something, and I would draw little pictures based on that. I think these are supposed to be Rebecca Sugar. I was just kind of, I think I was listening to the Steven Universe podcast on iTunes, which is really cool and insightful, and I like that podcast a lot. And so I drew some little doodles based on Rebecca, who is the creator of Steven Universe. And then these are characters with a box for a head, because I had like this one blue Crayola marker, and I was trying to draw some geometric shapes, and I kind of made it into a little character. These are all with some blue color pencils that I had. So this is like a color erase, I think, this lighter blue, and then the darker blue is a polychromos. I was trying to do more of a dynamic pose with this one, but I didn't use reference, so it's kind of sloppy. This is another one of those little 4-panel comics. I don't know. I usually just do these on a whim, so they're not super thought out, and they're just for me, I guess, most of the time. This is more brush pen stuff. This one was freehand and not sketched. This one I would guess I was trying to play with this yellow marker, and then I used my orange pencil that you'll see a lot in the sketchbook, I guess. This was based on one character that I kind of had in my mind at the time, and I was trying to work out what that character would look like. I don't know what I'll do with her, but maybe someday you'll see more content based on her. This is a gouache painting. This is like a plein air type deal. I went and sat outside and painted my neighbor's house and like the surrounding things. It's a little sloppy, but I was trying to get down the lighting and stuff and just play around with that kind of thing. Then this is that same character from this page. This is me just working out more doodles of her. And I don't know. I don't think anything will ever come of her, but sometimes I like to flesh out my doodles a little bit more, I guess. This page is a big old mess. I tried to draw somebody with a mustache. It ended up looking like Mario. So that's how that happened. And then this one, I accidentally drew the character cross-eyed. And then these, that's that. I don't have a story for those. This is also a very horrible drawing. I don't know what was up with me whenever I was drawing these three. I think they were all consecutive drawings, and then after I did this one, I was just like, nope, gotta stop drawing for the night. This is a page full of eyeballs, again, just with my Pentel brush pen. These are all freehand, so I was just experimenting with different eyes. I really like this one in particular, and some of these down here I think are interesting. And then I like this one because I wanted to draw a Cyclops, and so I drew him here, and then I drew some different variations of expressions and things like that. So don't know what will come of that either. Probably nothing, but sometimes I like to make my doodles a little more complicated, I guess. This is another brush pen doodle, and then my brush pen started to run out. As you can tell, I drew a bunny, and yeah, it was really running dry right here. This is a sketch for a commission that my friend Sarah got me to do for her. It's of her original character. I can't remember the name right now off the top of my head, but yeah, I really like this sketch, and I like how the commission turned out. And then this page, I scribbled with graphite all over the paper, and then tried to erase the details, but it didn't work that well, so I ended up going back with a pencil. This page started as me drawing with my mouth, and then this is what happened, and so I was like, well, I'm just going to just draw with my hand for the rest. Okay, so I skipped that last page because it was for a potential project thing. It's not a super huge project, but I just don't want to put it out there in case it doesn't end up happening. So yeah, and then this was a brush pen doodle that I went back in with watercolor and kind of added some color to, because I felt like a lot of my pages in the sketchbook were kind of bland and black and white, so I wanted to practice with color again, because I used to do a lot of watercolor in my sketchbook, which is something that I would like to do in the future. And then just more brush pen doodles, again trying to do full bodies and just get some practice in with that. These are more brush pen doodles. I really like this one. It's kind of blocked out by the pink Sharpie that bled through, but I really liked this little doodle in particular. And then these were the last 2 pages of the sketchbook. I did these at 2 a.m. today, I guess. So I just kind of made up a summary of my day and the things that I did and drew pictures to go with it. And yeah, I thought this page was kind of funny. And then this is my obligatory kind of swatching page where I would just scribble in the back of my book if I needed a pen to work or something like that. So I have these in like the back of every single sketchbook. So yeah, that is the sketchbook. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it was long again. I know my last sketchbook tour was pretty long. I don't know if people like that or not. That video seemed to do pretty well. It got a lot of positive feedback, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video too. I'm gonna try to make a sketchbook tour every time I finish a sketchbook from now on. And I know that a lot of people appreciate those kinds of videos, and I don't mind filming them because I like watching that kind of video too. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.